So this experiment is power distribution in the directional coupler. This is the block diagram. We have two block diagrams here. One first to give the input to the directional coupler. Second one to see the output from the directional coupler. That is, first one is without the directional coupler. Second one with the directional coupler. So this is the diagram for the directional coupler. This is the directional coupler. It is a 4-port device. This is port 1. This is port 2. This is port 3. This is port 4. Port 4 is get terminated. So we have two wavegates. This is the first wavegate, the lower one. This one is the upper wavegate. So this is going to be called as a main arm or main gate. This one is going to be the auxiliary arm side arm or side wavegate. So we have two wavegates here which is joined together. At the center we are going to have the hole, so through which if you give the signal here, it will be coupled to the output end here, as well in the second wavegate. Through this it will be coupled here. So this is the working principle of the. So to start with the directional coupler experiment, we have here the Klystron power supply. Then this is the reference Klystron. This is the variable attenuator. This is the diode detector. Then we have CRO. So without the directional coupler, we are going to see the input power that is going to be given to this directional coupler. So I switched it on. So the Klystron is in the some particular mode of oscillation. I am going to get here the output. The output is here taken as 2.2 divisions. So that is taken as the relative power input here. Relative power input PA is going to be 2.2 now. Then we have to find the output from the directional coupler by connecting it in the normal direction in the reverse direction. So that is before reversing, after reversing. We have to find the output and we have to note it down here. In the forward direction, you have to connect like this. So the input is given here. The output will be seen here and here. If you see the output here, the third port will be match terminated, and if you see the output here, the second port will be match terminated. You should not leave any port free. It should be. Now we have to insert the directional coupler in between this attenuator and the diode detector. So to do that, we have to keep it on the table and you do the work. Now the directional coupler is connected in the forward direction, and we have connected the diode detector in the main arm, and the side arm is match terminated with a match termination. Now we see the reading. Reading is, it is going to be around 1.8 divisions. So that is noted here in the relative power output in the main arm. Then we have to interchange this. We have to keep the match termination here and the diode detector to be replaced here, and we have to take the output in the auxiliary arm. The diode detector is connected in the auxiliary arm and the main arm is given with match termination. We will see the output. The output is 0.4 divisions. So that is noted in the output from the auxiliary arm in the forward direction. Now we have to take the output in the reverse direction. So the directional coupler is going to be reversed, and we have to give the input here, we have to see the output here. So we have connected the directional coupler in the reverse direction, and we have to see the output in the reverse direction in the auxiliary arm. The main arm is match terminated. So now we will see the output here. So the output is 0.1 divisions. So that is noted in the output after reversing in the auxiliary arm. We have to note it down. Then from the readings taken, we have to calculate the insertion loss, coupling coefficient and directivity by putting the values of power output in the main arm, the auxiliary arm, the reverse direction, and the input power. We have to calculate this.